Okay.
Okay.
Mbokki déglukat yi ñu leen a dal di sant di leen dal di gërëm fu waaye mën a dal di seetaane di leen dal di jox seen wàccukaay di dal di ñaanal ñu nga xam ne ñooñu dal di jiite ñu nga xam ne ñooñu dal di jiitu maa ngi dal di ñaan yàlla suuf sera seen kaw yàlla nangu seen sera si kaw suuf ñu nga xam ne ñu ngi dal di feebar maa ngi dal di ñaan yàlla tam yàlla fuga seen boobu ñu dal di wér a jaama yéen ñëpp ñu nga xam ne ñu ngi dal di seetaan si jamono bii wala tam waaja dal di seetaan tam ma ne naa dal di ñaanal lu nga xam ne muy jaama ak lu nga xam ne muy fan bu gudda at wér bu yaram at mucc bu rafet si kanam tuuti ku nga xam ne mooy Idrissa Sonko Habib Faal ñoom ñëpp dinañ fi dal di jooñ wante ne tey tam war nañ fee dal di dalal ku nga xam ne mooy ndaanaan suñu waxee ndaanaan rek ngeen xam ne ku nga xam ne mooy Fada wante wala ñoo dal di dalal Fada Sara ma dal di laa bàyyi nga dal di nuyoo nu nga ko dal di defee.
Asalaamaaleykum wa rahmatullahi taala wa barakaatu. Buba maa ngi laa nuyu di la sant di continuer nuyu rek di nuyu Fada ñëpp xamee ko si Abdoulaye Ba xam naa ne nag dañ ko jëlee si comfort zone bi nag indi ko make sure that mu nekk si show bi tey and kooku kenn du ko introduce foog naa mooy introduce boobam because Gambian si nama nañ ko torop ñu bari gisuñ ko si si social media bi off late why he's a very 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 good friend of mine lu yàgga la du tey so moom duma ko lifin sax moom duma ko introduce di nuyu suñ fans yi ñëpp ever present ñoo xam ne dañu dee seetaan week in week out ñu la naa nuyu ku nekk di la gërëm di la santa
Laay duma la teg on pressure pour ma wala nga nuyoo si Pël Fuuta wante ba ma bàyyi la rek nga dal di nuyoo audience ñi nga xam ne ñu noo dal di déglu si jamono bii.
Well, Jeff, I can't remember the last time what I know on air local language. Muy Paul bi muy Olof bi muy soose bi ak yooyu waaye dinaa try daal. Asalaamaaleykum mbokk yi nuyu naa leen. It's been a long time. It's like Gambian football fans in general, but it's a more just to make it clear that more of everything happened. Unfortunately, Coach, I'm apologize to you because I tried to meet you when you was down in New York over the weekend, but we couldn't meet. But that's one of the more reasons why I felt like I had to make it up to this show today. Why it's I really feel great having sharing this platform with you and of course Buba mom. Yeah, we've been colleagues for a long time. Unfortunately, we have not met yet in person, but just facing Coach Sanna Yaffa makes it all too nostalgic right now. Remembering all the second division days and the Gambian League days and all of that. So again, Jeff, yéen ñaar ak seen viewers yi yëpp.
Sana léegi nii information is bit sketchy lan moo nekk di daw di xew lu nga xam ne mooy Qatar na Tom seen fit am na full camp because xam nañ ne Yusufa Ndiaye mu ngi play léegi nii Ablaye Jallow mu si yoon ndax
yeah Fada ñu laa dégg
waaw Sana man ndax coach bi am na every player apart from Yusufa Ndiaye ak Ablaye Jallow lan na nga dal di jàngatee gum si camp bi or what are the information yi nga xam ne mu ngi jóge si camp bi biir Doha.
Actually, I was very fortunate since Sunday. We have a few players. ñoo xam ne they were finding their way to Doha. In fact, we guy Aaron Fofununo, I spoke to a couple of them. Yet to have the full team, the full squad in camp. Comme ni nga waxee rek. I'm not yet still they have games today and then hopefully from some game tonight and then fly out to Doha. it's been like we are not getting any huge information regarding the fact that could be the technical team be the contingent bu jógee Banjul ñëpp ñu ngi si yoon bi, and we are definitely looking forward to see what's how this camp is going to unfold, because Cambi is really, really, really one of the most important camps prior to this AFCON. We all know what happened prior to this camp. Indian players, they will be seeing each other for the first time in almost a year. How they are going to gel together, it's something that is going to be very, very important. And I think we all looking forward to that. But as of now, we are not getting much information regarding them. All we know is almost 95% of the players are in, all the technical team are in. So we're just waiting for them to update the general public, which definitely, is definitely lacking.
Alay, si course of the week gisoon nañ a small clip jógee ko BBC mu ngi feature, in fact mu ngi feature Lamin Willis, ANC mu ngi woy loolu yëpp ñuy dal di interview some of the fans, the players about the build up to the African Cup of Nations. Wante fu mu nekk nii tey as of 29 December foog naa ne tam information is bit economically put to the public sakat ba ñu xam ne ñu ngi passé ñu ngi Farafenni ñu ngi Gunjur. Hello, Lai. Hello, Lai. Sanna, yaa ngi dégg Lai?
No, Digumoko, I think he's having some technical issues.
Waaw Sanna wala lay di ñëw rek players yi nga xam ne waxoon nga gaay lan mooy woon seen mood, because dégg naa ne tey training tam probably dem ba training wante like what was the mood bu gaay eggee Qatar yow loo dali jàngat si seen body language.
Well, I mean, they're very optimistic.
No, Degala, I think
Okay.
You had a private conversation before
Wala
like
mo nga ñëw.
years ago about yeah.
Buba, let's go on. Fanga light na dugasi.
Waaw Sanna mun nga ne they were optimistic at lan what?
Yeah. When I spoke with them, I'm not definitely gonna say who and who, but I know that those are players that are very, very important. That are very, very, very instrumental. And when I spoke with them, they are already on their way to Doha. And then all the focus is it's on the camp. How they're gonna have those very, very important finishing touches to make sure that they give it all prior to AFCON. And I think the game against Algeria, tactical wise, it's a very important game for the Gambia, because that will be the biggest game we will have prior to our first game in Mauritania. And now all the focus is that psychological aspect of their game, mentally aspect of their game. Then the players knew definitely that they will definitely have to be at their best if they need to achieve something. I have asked a couple of them their honest opinion on what they think about the squad, and then come the way we saw it, that's the perception they have. But as players, that confidence is always there, and that's one thing. That's that one thing that is very, very positive. And I think it is really, really important for them to feel that way. They feel confident. They feel that there is nothing impossible. They are a team, and they will go out there and show what they can do. and they're happy. They're definitely happy to be like the naked underdogs, which we talked about several times. It's we have to be realistic when we look at ourselves in that group. It is only we are only a team that will say, okay, you know what, we'll be comfortable being the underdogs of this group, and they accepted the fact that they are the underdogs, but I mean, deep inside them, they are ready, really, really ready to give it a go, and then we will see what's going to happen towards the corner of this, the course of this camp.
Lai, welcome back. Like, how many jotoon nga woon the last question bu ma la laajte woon. Well, hello,
Yeah.
Lai.
First of all, let me just confirm that you're my digger.
Well, you
Yeah,
like
line, you like it, loud and clear.
Yang my digger, clearly.
well, you not clear. Wow.
Oh, okay, great. I think yeah, they just now the part of the question. It's disappointing. I think I express if my views when I'm on private conversation like a couple of days ago. But I think to be fair enough to the guys down in Gambia, the lack of atmosphere or the lack of buzz around part of it is on their side, but another part of it, I think, to be fair, is beyond control because so many things have been going on over the past few days or few weeks with the emergence of new variant of the Omicron and all the meetings and controversies like CAF lu nekk di am with the World Football Governing Bodies and the European Football Governing Body about releasing of players and all this uncertainty surrounding also the go ahead whether Cameroon will host the tournament on you CAF Jahan and all of that. So everything was on the table. I think it also created a lot of doubt within the football federations throughout Africa, and maybe the bigger federations, the North African giants and knew they are ever prepared for big tournaments. That's why the experience part of it is important. We've seen countries like Guinea national, like they've constantly been to AFCON. Say they know exactly what they need to do, before all the tournaments start. But for small countries who are gaining experience for the first time in such level, nekut players yi rek ñoo si ñàkk experience, but even at federation level, I think there's not much experience there. Although yes, individual capacities, some of them have attended, Cup of Nations with CAF on individual basis, but as a federation, I think this is the first time that we are also putting together our resources, our human resources, our financial resources, and everything else. So that from that point of view, I guess we can give them a pass and see these are not the big tournaments. These are the small tournaments. the easiest of times in anything, much less of a multi-million dollar industry like football in times of COVID. But despite yep, I think they could have also done better because we could have taken cue from a lot of initiatives you have jëloon nañ ko during suñ youth football days, our success during the youth football under 17, under 20 ak yooyu noonu. Talking to the right people, engaging the right people in some of these committees. They have tried. I've seen the compilation of some of the members of the fundraising committees and all of that. But better, it looks like a very select group of people. Yeah, they might be influential here and there. In like, are they really people like the ordinary Gambian football fan? Do they listen to them? Do they listen? Is one thing to be a popular person in showbiz, like celebrities in general, Gambian context, hamuñ leen into too much sports ak yooyu noonu. There are a lot of sports there. I see one of and some of these people who like fans can relate to from back in the day and all of that, who've already played a big part. We are not seeing people like this in the forefront of our of the financial crusade to guarantee us a decent African Cup of Nations. So that's where I think same coordination be the kind of people that they put together. I see them doing initiatives like telethons on GRTS and but these are people behind the scenes, the ordinary person, the ordinary football fan who goes to watch the National League, ordinary fan in Gaps fan in, they cannot relate to that, right? So these are officials in ministries or officials in our football circles who probably came into football not too long ago. But where are the legends of the game, people who've really sacrificed, who ñoo xam ne soo waxee seen tur rek, they people are tempted to dig down their pockets and towards the so there I think we fell a bit short, and we are really against ensuring that we make sure that we do that.
waaw jërëjëf lay bu baax a baax Idi man naa daal di sant di la daal di gërëm ma nuyu la lekk si programme bi.
Buba fay naa la yaa Abdoulaye ak Sanna nuyu naa leen yéen ñëpp ak mboolem ñuy seetaan back home and overseas.
question boobu sa bëggoon naa ko laajte Sanna wante ba ma puus la ko lekk wala maa la laajte di initial question mu la bëgg a laajte mooy ne ndax joroon na ko woon ñu dem Qatar because of the financial constraint bu team bi nekk di deliver nañu ko amee or the federation nga war a fly these players to Qatar ñu am fa training camp mun naa am the environment at atmosphere bi moo doon favorable dina nga nekk Gambia mu nga xam ne seen jabar yi wala seen ay yaay ndax tam logistique it was worth it pour gars dem Qatar.
Anyway, I will not go against it completely, but so consider the financial constraints you in that sense, it would have been better and you regroup back home or somewhere closer. And considering the temperature of Cameroon, Lolu so could put it into consideration. I think ne Lolu you nekon at home, you save some money. Lolu moy one the ideal thing. But on the other side, this is the first time for them AFCON. And we've been preparing all along till you get to this time. So I think for being the first time as in this tournament, need a very good preparation where players need to concentrate a lot. New and necessary fitness and all that. So in that sense, Lolu I think they grow that much. But the most important thing more the financial side. The football cannot go without finance. Then you Lolu such big problem right now. So say the swing league be still you some constraints of finance, some pitches and all those things. So it would have been wiser when you put everything on a balance and see what best we could have done.
Wante idi ñu ngi war a play Algeria su dara change te Algeria ñu ngi nekk a run of 34 games unbeaten in all competition. Mun na am tam den bëgg a dali preserve that record wante ne ñun tam soo ko xoolee for the last 5 test games yi scoring from open play ñu ngi lose some of these last 4 test matches yi tam like psychologically tam bëgg nga duga si ko Mauritania wala group F with at least a victory because Gambia at Algeria bu mu play woon ndam demutoon ndam dikkutoon so lan moo nekk di daw si may ni coach bi si may ni striker si may ni team bi tam.
Football is a psychological thing. So, like you said, guys in last game, man, I watched.
Why you not dig up? Why you not dig up?
Sorry, guys. The farm call Buduga.
Wa mun nga continuer.
Hello.
Wa mun nga continuer. Mun nga continuer.
Hello.
Wa hello. Wa mun nga continuer. Wow, Sanna nu ma la ko waxee rek idi like Algeria 34 games unbeaten ñoo nekk Arab World Cup championship ba pare they are one of the favorites pour ñu jël African Cup of Nations bi tase woon a gars ndam demutoon ndam dikkutoon lan moo nekk ci dali daw si may ni coach bi with these results yi nga xam ne ñu ko am of late matches yi nga xam ne tam scoring toon lu nga xam ne mooy open play. Well, question dégguma la.
Idi mun doon wax lu important and I think mu ngi dugg si so naa ko bàyyi mu jekkali boobu balaa man ma see ñëw and I think he was talking about psychology which is at this point in time of the preparatory period they will have to work on the psychology of this team. So psychologically the players has to be mentally ready. And I think basically that is one of the most important component right now with team we need because there is no way that we can work on the physical aspect of the players right now. I'm seeing them the guy they say lola nyoyobu is a competition but we want to have their psychology right. Mentally they have to be ready. Psychologically, they have to overcome all, all challenges they have. And then this Algeria game, it's just, they just have to work with their psychology. This is the game that we can show everybody that we can definitely compete with the best. Algeria are basically the defending champions of the AFCON. You know, so having them on your last preparatory game, I mean, it's on both sides. Nyari bor la neke. Okay, you want to play with the best team that is not like the favorite to win the competition with different title. Okay, and you want to show that okay, you can compete, you can raise your game against top teams, and which is very, very important. Okay, but we have to be very, very cautious. You know, we don't have to go against Algeria and give everything we had. Yes, we will have to prepare a team to make sure that the team represented a very good team, a balanced team, a very technical, a very disciplined team against Mauritania. That is going to be the objective. And this is the only opportunity that the coach has with this technical team to work on that. And we did talk about having like a psychologist in the team. And that is where the importance of a psychology will have an importance now. That is where we will definitely need. At this crucial point in time, we need a psychologist in team. He's going to work on the psychology of the players. Yes, they are. Most of the players have been playing. Play top teams. I mean, you play in a very good clubs. I'm not going to say top teams, but if Musa Barrow, Modu Barrow, Musa Barrow, OJ and others, I'm sure they can definitely cope with pressure. And, having Toldo back in the team, I'm sure he's also going to add that leadership in the team. But psychologically, they will have to help each other. Psychology team, the senior players have to work into the psychology of these kids. And I believe that if they do that, it will be very helpful.
Why Iriano wax dara lek ba dal dog mu nga continuer.
Well, li ma doon wax mooy about football being a psychological thing, so comme seetaan naa seen last game bi fii bi gars yi ñëwee in Dubai, and don't get me wrong, we have a very good squad, we have a very good young team nga xam ne they have all potentials. dafa des rek ni ñoo manage gars yi rek, and I think if that's done well and you use some best players, we can get something out of this Algeria game, because it's good that you play against Algeria. So because you have to test yourself against the big guns. So I'm in Tunisia in our group. We have Mali in that group. Those people are all regulars in that tournament. They have players at top flight teams in Europe, and Lolo test bo no man fognane Lolo is a good thing. We can get something out of that test game. And then you benefit as a team. Then you benefit see beer living. So you set up properly with discipline and tactically structured. Lolo any result I'm see game no definitely dimbali heading towards our first game against Mauritania, I think.
Apply hello Father. Hello Father. Apply yamadega.
Yeah, mute. Yangi mute.
Hello Father.
Father mu ngi mute.
Ay na déglu.
Waaw Sanna am na ku doon laajte ndax team bi su jógee Qatar fu moo dem team bi su jógee Qatar foog naa after Algeria dañu war a play Syria tam on the 5th team bi dina dellu Banjul ñu am open training ñu tase président bi Adama Barrow bu jox leen drapeau bi ñu dal di dem fu nga xam ne muy Cameroon so team bi dina jógee Qatar dem Gambia jël drapeau bi wante any change of information dinañ ko make sure ne ñu dal di ko communicate wante sana ba léegi mu ngi doon there is a corona cases si team bi even si nekkute si team bi sax léegi ne Gambia ñu demoon Wali ñu demoon Pape Diouf I mean Covid baa ngi dal di ñëw so this issue of Covid si national team bi tam because there was a video bu gaay génne woon wante I was not privy pour ma déglu ko because ñu doon naa leen naan coach ba doon dal di complain am na ñu am Covid wante seetaan ma video wante ne if that is the case tam maa ngi dégg nga wane ne 14 players lam dal di am in camp léegi nii.
Well, duñ mun a confirm report bi because we cannot just speculate on things that we have no clue about. Dinañ bàyyi ñu feed general public bi. That is one important thing that has to be happening. Gambians have rights to have information about their national team because then ko toppa. So if you don't give people information, people are going to speculate, and speculating is not going to help nobody. No party is a winner to that, and people have rights to their opinions. And this is a national team. This is not a club team. So Ben bureaucracy before anything regarding team, the public needs to know because Lolu Mota, we are paying them. They've been paid by taxpayers' money. I'm scared. I was scared. This virus it's going rapidly. Man suma nek fi right now, man fi amé ko xamne mu ngi tok mu ngi am virus bi. So yaa ngi scared pour génna. So obviously lu melni December boy xam nga ne suñ boy mom December duñ ko yaxa. ñoom ñëpp a ngi town December. So ñëpp a ngi fa ñu ngi interact kenn amul. Te protocole si mooy bala nga génna si airport bi sax da nga def test. Games si bala nga play game da nga ñu ngi gis games yaa ngi cancel everywhere in Europe. All right? So obviously this is something that is scary, but we will have to wait for the right people to come up, feed the public the right information. And I think if you ask me, it's scary. Man mënoon naa dem camp sax yóbbu 35 players sax because duma xam li xew. I'm not going to know what's going to happen. So I'm a contingency plan in case I'm a setback. You can ko yala. Could be I'm not contingency plan. I'm not quite sure, but I think they should be able to have a contingency plan towards in case I'm in cases in the camp. We are waiting to hear from the camp, and hopefully sooner than later the information regarding information bunyo degani.
Well, hello Fada, hello la ya no dega.
Father is struggling. I don't know what happened.
I found our connection on there.
Idi Habibi waxoon naa sama tesa bu isi wafi Musa because it's not making sense ñi ñu ngi dem di ut donation, it's not making sense because government bi ñu ne feeñ ñu waroon a fay yëpp donation bi tam amagum half amagum 3/4 na loolu tam du nekk si boppa bi place yi seen boppa because place yi mun a am ba léegi mun a am Sanna moo di accurate ba léegi 11 million bi jotum ko place yi suñu dégg ñu ngi raise fund pour war a dem at those panic na loolu tam du cause panic because ñu ngi gis ne ok even so accurate today sa wante Mali team bi nu mu war a fay gaay yëpp fay nañ ko gaay ba par exemple publish nañ ko wante ñun ñu ngi struggle di publish these figures wante di raise xaalis at ñu nga xam ne tam dañ war a fay gaay naka la gaay yi defee loolu tam naka la moo affecté seen préparation bi.
dama njëkkee fu Sanna daanele regarding informations about national team. Loolu benn mistake la bu dee dal federation bi, and I think ne loolu dañ ko war a consider very well. Communication barrier bu nekk ak seen diggante ak the general public about the national team, I think that they should work on it mu génn foofu because national team la. Sanna li moo wax about this coronavirus because ñëpp xam nañ ne the kind of world we are living now. You know, top teams, big teams, either clubs or national, they're all transparent about all this because do they make a fault they can? Kune mun na ko contaminate at any moment. However careful you might be, you know, a point that you will test positive of it. So lolu don't wanna blame anybody. So those kind of informations they should be giving them out. So I think the lolu is something that they should consider because there are some certain things people need to know some certain things and those things dañ ko dee téye te loolu moo dee is a problème seen diggante general public bi loolu moo dee is a rumors as Sanna said loolu moo dee is some misinformations because ñoom duñ dee génn si pour clear the air so loolu that's something nga xam ne maa ngi leen koo ñaax te I think that dañ ko war a consider because am nañ seen platform war nañ ko mën a def foofu war nañ mën a jox nit ñi information about national team bi li ñu xam ne nit nañ ko there are certain information yoo xam ne war nañ koo téye waaye am nañ yoo xam ne war nañ koo génne so coming back to your question Buba man dama foog ne that's my own opinion xaw ma naka la ko di government bi gisee waaye I think ne government bi dañ downplay qualification bi a lot because li tax ma wax loolu suñ last qualification games yi nga xam ne they were so important ministre bi génn na xar na tànki tubéyam dem si président bi they make sure ne ñu am charter flight because loolu was something nga xam ne ñun we've been crying over it ñun play nañ si national team bi xam nañ naka la traveling they cost energy and time and those moments were so crucial nga xam nga it was necessary so def na fa jéego bu rafet mu make sure ne guy am nañ that charter flight and we've all seen the result of it mënuñoo dem ba qualify for the first time in the history of Gambian football government bi number one players yi joxuñ leen dara that 11 million bi ñoo wax am na some issues nga xam nga biñ ooyee gars yi pour ñu dem gars yi bañ a dem so government bi ñu dee jël ko waa ñu dañ ko dugal si Olympics yi xam ne si foo nit ñoo fa dem from there gars yi joxewuñ benn xaalis te I think ne loolu that's so unfair si players yi because def nañ everything fight nañ a lot ñun since time ñoom biiri baaba laa loolu ñu yaa ngay xeex pour ñu qualify ñu ñëw qualify they don't do anything about it nothing absolutely nothing defuñ fa nothing defaluñ players yi dara dimbalewuñ FF bi sometimes man dama foog ne sticks yi they am from the people gars yi ñoo leen ko dee yóbbee Gambia qualification bi am na ba coordination bu ngeen ñëw start si kenn gisul benn billboard about Africa Cup bi kenn gisul benn advertisement about national team bi nothing absolutely they were all after the politics te foog naa ne lii tamit dañ ko war a fesal because lii mooy the first time Gambia dem si Africa Cup of Nations man daal I think the minister of youth and sport ak président bi dañ war a toogaat ñu xalaataat loolu bu baax because ñu ngi dem Africa Cup naaw léegi ñoom lan lañ defal team bi kenn xamu ko kenn déggu ko kenn gisu ko su fekkee ne def nañ ko si suuf tamit dañ ko war a génne nit ñu xam ko waaye people are not xam nga nit ñu dofuñ xam nañ lekk di xew waaye dimbalewuñ Gambian football dimbale wuñ FF bi.
waaw jërëjëf Idi Laye ñoo dégg hello Laye Fara hello Fara hello Laye
I think the connection am moo nekk play down.
hello Fara hello Laye
Buba xaw ma da yéen a maa dégg.
waaw ñu ngi laa dégg léegi.
ñu laa dégg wallaay ma laa dégg hello Fara waaw coach lu sana lu iri wax rek mu ne gisul benn billboard TV advertisement yi si rajo yi mu ne gisul dara loolu tam foog ne tam ndax like tax na things itam daal di slow ba pare tam loolu tam mënoon naa jox boys itam more confidence at least ñu xam ne tam réew baa ngi yaakaar gars yi réew baa ngi si gannaaw mun seen gannaaw. waaye loo ko sana
basically we have to be realistic here. In terms of build up to this AFCON as a country, a lot is lacking by. A lot mugi lag behind. Nenko attribute with the fact that never tombe politics. But the hard fact is we did not put importance of this qualification as at the top of our agenda. That has to be said. And it will be very, very unfair to blame the federation, for not taking up that step, because this is just more than just GFF. This is a national. It's a national team. It's a national event. Where Gambia then you participate. I mean, understand that at the onset there was a power struggle between the GFF and the ministry who should take that lead, the role, the leadership. In terms of the NCCV. But Leland don't ban. If you bring in Ninyo Hamne, they have no understanding about the game. This is what is going to happen. This is what is going to happen. Warona Neka Lohamnela, the fever right now in the country should be at the highest level. Nyep aduna bi yep warona ñoo xamne Gambia ngey dem African Cup of Nations. Why am na ñoo xamne ñu ngi ci biir Gambia bi they don't even know what is happening.
Exactly.
Rek mo la won rek ñun paré wuñ as a nation. Okay? Yes, GFF am na ci role to play. Because the people did not trust some of the things they've been they don't trust them. And Hedna Lulu time playing a part pro organization be and then advertisements in marketing be a mudameni. Because people like me have always been skeptical. The fact that the way the NCC is set up, it's one-sided. And I think it's proven me right, because the Fandune Nino for tech, they don't really do justice to themselves. Because the am and Nino Hamne, no am ahi football tay. Waron na neka si forefront be. It's not because Idimugi talk fee, Dinawa Lulu. Why? Waron na use people like Peter Gomez. Waron na use people like Jato Sise, Idrissa Sonko, Mba Ibusela. Waron na muna use people like Mohamed Jah. These are people they are very, very influential. Why are we not using them? Why are we not using the likes of Willie Abraham? These are very influential people. Why? So they may see it's only one GSM company who is just doing everything for the fundraising. With all fairness, I'm not magi gis ñoo xamne ñu ngi leen boole ci fundraising bi Degala, they I mean, they are Gambians, and then I don't want to be disrespectful. Why Magis the new talk, the new race football pro halis. I will be surprised. Where are those people that have been into football? It's only in the Gambia that I haven't even seen a single ex-player who will be used as the face of this AFCON. With Fatene, this was a project. Because some 10, 15 years ago. Qualify. Okay? But the would be paying their tickets to come and play for the Gambia. So, in fact, you set that in Bopa. You just kuneka aham. Football, dafa am aham. So, ko dohut niko yellow, then create problem. Like, then you neka the delo ganao rek. And this is not only like GFF. It's the whole country. My ministry be wo, my FF be wo, my National Sports Council be wo. It is the hard fact. It is the hard fact. But I know them they use Marcel. I'm very sorry, suma wahe satur. Why? But I know use Marcel Mendy. But there are other people that we could use their voice. There are other people that we could use their voice. But then by it's not gonna work. It's not gonna help us. It's not gonna help. It is sad. Not talk to them from. I mean, gajoge banjul be do muna gis dara. Man tuma laje ñene is money. Naka sen FIFA bi African Cup of Nations ñaw money. Hala lolu kañ la. I mean, what? Kon ñun suñ qualification dañ ko wara set up. I wish li mu nekkon like some 6-7 years ago. It would have been a different story. Suñ journalist tamit na fadat nañu mëna dimbalé fofu. They had an important role to play. Yes, Father.
Yeah, apologies. I'm broadcasting so could buy a mom for a while. That's what happened to me. So instead now I've come with my phone instead of the computer. I hope you're not clearly now.
Loud and clear.
Oh, well, great. You should have suggested it a while ago. But yeah, I was beginning to talk about this issue, when the line started messing up. I think initially I was trying to give them a pass for dull nature of preparation right now. Of course, we are in pandemic times, all right? It's understandable. It's difficult to run anything, talk less of a multi-billion industry like running football or a major competition. That's where so in Gisna, a lot of positive news surrounding experienced seasoned countries like Guinea-Conakry when it comes to hosting the Cup of Nations. They know what to do, whether it's pandemic or not, they're going ahead with it. But the lack of experience in Amut, it doesn't only count against our players, it also counts against our federation. Although individual they've been in subcommittee capacities in CAF. They know, a bit about running these competitions and all that. But as a country, as a federation, this is their very first time. So for maybe a slight leeway. But coming to what you are saying, yes, is I find it a bit disappointing that some of we respect them. Like if you are big in showbiz, yes, it's important you also tap into the resources of people who like Gambians respect, especially the online community. But like you said, this is sport, this is football. At least we needed faces, or voices that, like the ordinary fan, they do sport on Gambian radio or watch TV on or watch sport on Gambian TV or something like that can relate to, or even the ordinary fan, they play them to the National League. Although Barry it's like a small family, but it's good, people who are spearheading these all important campaigns, like canvassing, funds for our maiden participation at the Nations Cup. I think they needed to do better when it comes to the coordinating team, people that they involve in. It's all well and good. You go and pick someone who's popular in showbiz, someone who's popular in other spheres of life, and then try to use them to canvass money. But this is football. The fans,
like the people who are passionate about Gambian sports, you know, like football, like they eat and mellow, like we all know each other. You never then get to stadium, you never then get to see parks and all that. So there are very few people who will feel directly, you know, trying to like invest their butut in Gambian football. But like you said, some of the names that you ring bell, not even the like broadcasters or something like, but people like Edie, people like Jeto Caesar, people like Usman Jallow, like the kind of format that we used during like our heydays in youth football, 17 under 20, arguing on. We could have also, you know, use similar format to, you know, invite these people to the forefront of the drive. But just you take okay, a member of the federation, a member of the Sports Journalists Association, who, you know, with all due respect to some of the honorable men who are in that federation, like they can only pull strings to a certain extent. You being a president of a Sports Journalists Association doesn't mean you can pull or press buttons where, you know, we'll need to, you know, provide. People know who they listen to. People know people who like strong reputation in Gambian football. I think they should have done a little bit better, you know, inviting some of the like popular ex-footballers, you know, legendary broadcasters, you know, like they are into sport, and others people in other walks of life. You blend and then you see how far we can go. But just taking a few people from some of these institutions that they think are key and are monopolizing, because what they are not realizing is if you take a few people and then you learn all this power, all these rights to run these things, they are monopolizing the whole campaign, and they have divided loyalties. Let's say right now, I understand there's a certain GSM company that's been given like all the rights to, you know, I don't know whether it's a sponsorship package or whatever, but they are the face of the whole campaign, right? And then you have a representative of this GSM company who's also the president of the Sports Journalists Association, right? And there's divided already. We are hearing cries from individual people, journalists. They have been kicked aside as a result of this battle between GSM companies and all of that. So this is the negative side of monopolizing everything and giving it to your friends and everything else. So that's the fundamental problem, and this is, I think, one of the reasons why we are suffering with very like the lack of buzz in this whole, you know, fundraising drive, because I don't think they even have about 20% of what they've targeted so far.
Habib.
Mute. Habibi, yaa ngi mute.
Habib.
maa ngi okay.
ma ne dama fi steega benn jeeg mu ne loolu wax documentary affaire yi na nga waxaat ko mu ne la den na ko bindal na nga really mu ne nga waxaat ko ma ne maa moom bett.
no dégg nga la wale.
ma ne.
waaw.
dama bet benn jeeg mu ne.
waaw maa diga.
benn jeeg mu ne loolu wax documentary bi den na ko bindal mu ne nga waxaat ko bu dégg ko mu ne nga waxaat ko bu dégg ko.
mu ne ma waxaat
mu ne nga waxaat loolu wax documentary bi affaire yi bu mu joxe assist boobu ne ndoy dafa mën a play yooyu yaa ngi ko ñaanal mu ne nga waxaat loolu.
waaw ma diga la.
waaw Habib jéegi mu ne nga waxaat loolu wax documentary affaire
waaw
yi da boo dal mu ne nga waxaat ko mu ne loolu dina ko bindal.
no balaa maa wax dara sax dafa am lu ma laa woon, because man I am just coming from Basori laa jógee right now.
waaw.
you know moo tax ma late waaye am na lu ma la bëggoon a woon nag.
lu fa xew.
you know. hey get out. boy xale yi boy da nga war boy.
Voilà, Musa.
You see this? Thank you. So, balama start thing foofu lay commencer.
No, fogo Abdoulaye Bah ben du mëna fiya da la ma tay tam.
No. Tay dama demone I went to Basori since 7 a.m. because my boy they am double session. They man currently maa ngi train because dama am tournament bu ma play on the second, so I went there to gain some fitness. Habib jéegi mu nga wax lo wax document ñu dem amum time da nga lé amum time
wa lu ne ko si documenté waxaat ko ñu move waxaatal lu ñu move
ma wax lan
non dañ la gis si documenté yaa ngi wane Steve moo fi dafa football dañ ko war a ñaanal mu ne nga wax loolu boy wala ma lose ma bet bi
I didn't watch the documentary right now. I didn't watch the documentary. Time when my interview, it was in the heat of the moment.
Well,
Gambia just qualified. In fact, I can't even remember the right words I said on that video. So I have to take shower and watch the video.
Buba, buy Habib. Yaa ngi bëgg a sosal Habib, so buy ko mu free.
Waa Habib, fu mu nekk nii place yaa ngi Qatar, place yaa ngi Qatar war nañoo gis président Adama Barrow nag tam bu bëgg a demee Qatar am na boss yi nga xam ne dégg nga ko si biir underground bi. Waa hello Habib.
Waa xam nga ñun luckily ñun dañ dee mën a am some kind of information when it comes to national team. But
Buba, we lost Habib.
Ablaye gisoon nañ fi Madagascar gisoon nañ fi Cape Verde Islands ñu nekkoon debutants ñu dem very very far in the tournament natam although even this underdog tag yow as a journalist sa experience 20 under 17 bi ndax Gambia suñu way competition daf dee wone boppam.
I think the easy thing is ñu mën nañu toog fii try to be very optimistic about our chances, but the reality is gauging from ñun group buñ bokka and the kind of quality of opponents and our history of the quality of football that we play is going to be very hard to be overly optimistic of like a successful run as an underdog. Name some of those countries we don't make like send maiden appearance the AFCON. Even with those people, you could say even they had a pattern of football that you can predict and say, okay, you know exactly what they are playing. I don't know how true this is, but I've been seeing some quotes from the Malian coach online the past couple of days about like him not fearing like the Scorpions. And I think that should be a cause of concern. Yes, we are a small country. This is our very first time that you get them, and we should really limit the expectations. But I think all we want to see as Gambians is maybe one or two decent results, maybe a draw and a win, and then some kind of level of control in the game, even if they can lose stuff. Like some. Not to be like chaotic football, like some of the games that we've seen in the build-up since last training camp in Morocco. I think if they do that, is even the goodwill that they have from the Gambian fans during the qualifiers is gonna quickly evaporate. At least we need some kind of effort. Like countries like Madagascar, we all know, like yeah, they were debutants, but at least when they came, they had a pattern to what they were doing. They had a pattern to what they utilize their strengths at but okay, in the qualifiers, like we started doing that, but lately, I don't know, maybe it's a combination of some of the new faces that they wanted to integrate into the squad, but we look like we are lost in too many ideologies in the squad, so we don't know really what to do. But I don't know, Amanda, I'm trying to limit my expectations. A first round exit wouldn't be bad, depending on how we play and maybe in the quality of one or two results that we have in the competition. But we're going to find it very tough because Ghana and Tunisia, they've gone very far. Mali, yes, they have a solid team. Maybe Mauritania, we probably stand a chance against them if we win. The 3 points is not bad. Made in qualification, but all is going to be determined by how well we play or how bad we lose.
Well, Habib, continue, Habib. Habib, continue.
what do you want me to say? Because they don't how late, you know. So you have to bring me back.
No, nga na yow am nga information about Kambi bu ga don dem loolu fu da nga
No, yeah. What I'm saying is, I'm not from Nekani. Then told you we are close. We are really close. So nekune lo ham yeb dang ko rawat. They need time bo hamne. We need a very tranquil national team. We need everybody to come together. People like myself have been saying we have to bring the old players in the team, not because they have to play, they have to be there to help the younger ones, the guide with the experience. So the fact that Lolo Amna, so we expect every one of us move at least for once, together. Going forward, because like accident, 28-man squad, can we to go change? Lolo might happen. So we just need to come together and support the team. But like I said, there are things you have running for a long time ago, but it's not happening. It's too late. Man, I have lowered my expectation to the lowest of low because I hate humiliations. But going forward, you have to be honest to yourself. As a fan or as a football supporter, what this law, there are law happen. What not Gambia munna qualify or Gambia munna win cup because last test match is yep. Bow. You know, ñepp xam nañ Gambia amul a pattern of football. So if the Malian coach he's on point. He is on point. And based on the national team we picked, so in the midfield, most of the players there are defensive midfielders. Team B is midfielders and flank players. So Lulu exactly what the coach is trying to say. The coach is saying because guys even Suleiman would draw all his matches, they have a chance to qualify. So he's already setting up to defend. Because he is thinking about best losers. He's not thinking about qualifying from like taking 4 points or 6 points. He's talking about drawing all our matches or best losers. So right now, but like I said, Lee is a national team. It's our team. Team. It's one team. Regardless of who is at the helm of the national team, they support team. They support team. Why? Small brother, man, I'm not thinking that we're gonna go there to win. We might be out in the first round, but with a respectable performance, like I'm gonna lose 2-1, 3-2, with a good performance. Look, Gambian fans, you never with the hard more. Give them for humiliate. Like you score 4-0, 3-0. Lulu, you hard low. Even though I'm in the best of squad, we were the 4th seed in the group. Na fans the ham Lulu. Then you underrate Mauritania. Mauritania, you know legacy football because you have qualified, and I'm in back-to-back qualified. The last time we qualified, guy, I will qualify. So it says a lot about Mauritania. So Gambian, you find Mauritania. That was then, not now. That was then. Mauritania have moved on in football. Our under 20 were there, listening what they had in terms of infrastructure. So talk with the one is only Mauritania because of the name. Yo, Yange Nasabo. These guys can play. They can play. But at the end, Gambia Lanyo support. I'm understand. Coach bi nak mo def lu ko ne mo pick teamam mu buy players you play mu pick the good play ñepp xam nañ to give your best you have to be on top of your game lolu mom even sa a meilleur supporter xam na lolu but like I said team bi onako dem nañ xam nga they complain amuñ halis but they are in Qatar. I don't know why, you know, they could have sit home but dem nañ Qatar te ko xamne na they travel xamne ay Dubai Qatar yoyu dikay seer it's not cheap. Bu do idi mum fi he knows better. Why fu nekk ni am nga ink bi turuna dafa wow. So we just need to rally behind the boys and then we hope that they am a very good AFCON. Even in your top 4th round, like come brother go here, you am a very respectful performance. Why dem fa ñu humiliate mom bobu tom mom dafa pak. Waaye xam naa ne yow
xam naa ne yow coach do leen bëgg a tom dem parce que they bëgg leen ko wax personal, you know. I want to Idi with the rest of this COVID mu ñëwaat foog loo ne 40-man squad bu nga xam ne place nga xam ne bokkoo leen fa woon ñoom Alassane Mané ñoom Chuka ñoom Sirif Tidiane at least léegi war
dégguma la dégg background music bi dégguma la.
Oh, ok, Sanna mooy play music. Sanna mooy la musique au fa boy. Ok, Idi yaa noo dégg yaa ma dégg.
waaw maa ngi laa dégg.
waaw man xam naa ne yow ak Sanna leneen dali nagu ne coach bi su wilitee dara la faa dem wante ne 40-man squad bu mu dali sombitoon si CAF foog la ne tam is high time bu put ñooñu on alert because of this race COVID baa ngee dal di ñëw te ñu ngi wane yeneen place am nañ COVID coach baa ngi handicap
background music bi fan laa jógee si man la ndax yow.
No, one play more music there.
Yeah, hopefully see all that because I think it's loud and clear.
No, one play more music.
Sanna, you am the same thing, no?
No.
Now check browser on the tab. Maybe there's an open tab on the phone or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going.
Wow. Sanna.
Okay, all right. Okay. Buba, maa ngi la dégg léegi. Repeat your question.
Wow, comme ni foog la tam the 40-man squad bu tom pigo léegi ni COVID mu ngi dal di ñëw foog la tam mun naa ala the rest of this place nga xam ne jëlutoon gars yi at least ñu dal di stand by because of ne léegi ni sant yàlla ñu war a am COVID suñu wéere wante ne next week soo fa jëlee COVID mun naa am yow da nga miss first game bi.
waaw obviously noonu la day demee every selection so international games sax lu nga xam ne du tournament nga xam ne normal qualification games usually noonu la day demee there are some players nga xam ne you put them on alert so those people they are always on standby just in case of some injuries nga mun leen la xam nga slot in so loolu sax tournament bi dañ nga dee ubbil those kind of opportunities so demee ba si the last minute you have some injuries so you can replace few players in.
Wow, apply as much as ne coach Sanna wax na fi wala Idi wax na fi Peter Gomez ñu fa woon ñoom Malik Jones ñu fa you know ñi tam mun a am du yàgg ñu retire just like some of these players ñu am sa national team bi na foogloon ne woon tey bu ñu demoon bi African Cup of Nations radio ak télé waroon naa dégg baati ñu nga xam ne these all commentators ñu mën a comment this African Cup of Nations at least ñu dela woon si jamono.
Yeah, that's a solid point, Bomeko. I think I think ñaari facette la because xam nga ñi most of them guy buñ doon make seen name in the industry like the football commentary it was a different landscape, you know. Now affaires dafa change to a point where even most African countries, you know, I mean, even send whole national broadcasters would not be able to afford the rights to cover a competition like that because Hamga now is basically probably they sell it to beIN Sports or, for example, this year in Europe, I think Sky Sports in England they're going to show some of the matches, and you know, so literally what it does. It gives a lot of money to the competition, yes, to the organization and to some of the qualified teams. But the negative part of that is some of the, let's say, the poorer national broadcasters and some of, let's say, the radio station, FM stations and stuff like that. It's killing it because man balamo fajogesa. I think this was around 2012, 2013 fekk landscape bi mu ngi commencé di door mooy boy under 20 buñ qualify on African Youth Championship boobu noonu buñ organize on Johannesburg mooy generation ñoom kii Mahmoud Sène Sekou Gassama and stuff like that. So ñun man dañ ma seen on behalf of the radio and all of that, got all my equipments together and stuff like that. Waaye bu ma demee ba si competition bi de allowuñ ma commentate, allowuñ ma a lot of things that there were a lot of restrictions because by then, you know, by virtue of the tournament being hosted in South Africa, giant rights to SuperSport and all the big broadcasters. So the smaller ones across the continent is going to be very hard. So all they have is going to be like snippets from press conferences and stuff like that. So the Hagis Loltami is going to incur a lot of cost for, let's say, stations like GRTS or West Coast Radio and stuff like that. That is why it's increasingly hard for legends like this to, they can go in their individual capacities, but like the kind of impact coming Buga, like bringing back all that nostalgia of football commentary during big competition is going to be incredibly hard because number one, amuñ xaalis bi pour buy some of the rights from these major broadcasters, and number two, even suñ buggee them on their own behalf is usually costs a lot of money. So it's unfortunate we are seeing them gradually ebbing away from the landscape. But I think I don't know much about Malik Jones, but Peter Gomez, I know he still has a show on the radio every Monday, and I think he can still make his mark felt through that. And some of the other people, but a guy. So that's the unfortunate bit these days, because of the nature of the copyright nature of competitions and all of that.
Boy, Sanna, boy, Habib mu ngi ñakalo sama bet bi. Wante foog ne this police ban bi, fancy fortune, fancy walidan. I mean, you jël those part of fans club and even Scorpion fans become, because nobody always admire this Asamaya, this Casa Sport wala Senegal Sen fans, because xam na ne real mom Sen fans mënu woy wante fo nga tek police ban bi fortune walidan ñu tek leen ci ñu tek ñu ci fans club bi, at least ambiance feature
Well, Buba, foog naa ne with all fairness.
Léegi maa ngi dégg ñu ngi war a wàññi 300 people ne war a dem wante léegi dañoo dem 150 moo war a dem.
Well, with all fairness, Scorpion fan club has been there for quite a while. ñëpp xam nañ loolu. So te football la ñoo yëngu. Man, I'm not a believer. Dara jot ñi see coono ëllëg nga ñëw nga bypass leen dem comme beneen nguur bi luñ daan def. Jël ay nit base ñu ne région bu nekk dañ fa war a jëlee nit. At the end of the day ñu dee dem pour support national team bi ñooñu xamuñ dara si football. It would be very fair to me, man soo ma laajee, the Scorpion fan club should be at the forefront. Because ñoom ñoo fa nekkoon depuis day one ñoom ñoo fa nekk te ñun ñëpp gis nañ ne ak nañ tuuti dañ dee make their presence felt the stadium bi anytime the national team is playing. Portion bu ndaw boobu noonu si diggi uncovered pavilion bi opposite scoreboard, you would see these are the real Scorpion fan club. So pour man, to be fair enough, you should give them that opportunity pour ñu dem ñu represent dëkk bi. Dëkk bu nekk national team bu nekk am nga sa national fan club bi. Kon ñun national Scorpion fan club bi lañ am. So warul nañ ko xañ. Ay dem jëli fan club fële wala di jëli nit fële wala ñi ñoo war a dem o ñuy kabudu du make sense du ñu yóbbu fenn. Football la nañ ko emloo si football. Ku si bu nga fayal sa boppa dem seetaani. Fair enough. But the Scorpion fan club should be at the forefront of this organization.
Habib, lan nga wax affaire fans yi si because wana ñu yóbbu police ban ñu sama dafa ma ne interior seen fans yi wala wali daan. Sana lu wax loolu la ànd. Nit ki doo mën a benefit loo xam ne yow you're not part of it. Scorpion fan club have been there from day one. And the last time I was on a show with Sanna and Sadibu Kamaso, but if I am right, I think Sadibu did mention about 50 fans are going. Maybe I am wrong, but he said they already had a meeting with the Scorpions fans club. I'm not sure it was 150. My mind is saying 50. Maybe I am wrong, but Sadibu did mention I'm meeting with the fan club. There is no better group to go to AFCON than the Gambia fan club. Other people, so for you, they are going there on holidays and they will take pictures and videos. That's all. These guys has been there from day one, so no deserve for them. So I am with Sanna on that. What benen saban only so nekone amna company bo xamne dafa ne okay dama yobu Kabakel
because they can make noise for 90 minutes. Come for example, Ports ñëw or GRA ñu ne ok ñun dinañ yóbbu band boo xam ne dafa support team bi entirely loolu I understand that waaye fans yi nga xam ne ñoo war a dem it has to come from the Scorpion fans definitely loolu moom mooy yoon suñ ko defutee ñu ngi bypass but Sadio bu ñu wax dafa leer Sadio bu mu ne am nañ meeting with them so ñoom ñooy select from that group but I think he was talking about 50 maybe I'm wrong but I think he was talking about 50 fans going to Cameroon boo xam ne ñoom ñooy def everything food accommodation you name them so I think that fans yi nga xam ne ñoo war a dem mooy those from the Scorpion fans man am with that and then yow yaa ngi wax ne yaa ngi am nga yow dama dee laal man I have full battery behind us ñun kenn dafa ñu support so nga xam ne ko
waa laay
su fekkee ne maa ngi dégg Habib bu naan 50 su fekkee ne that's the right number that is going to go I highly doubt if they will be able to take any significant support make an impact at all because how much time yam generation ñoom in 2008 sa coach how much yaa ngi woon si lifin boobu noonu it was very similar to this one although that was just a qualifier mooy Gambia bu ñu play Senegal Aziz Golam bi bu score noonu I was part of that. It's the same company AFCON that is in charge of the same like ministry or whatever whoever is responsible for giving that like the monopoly of taking care of a trip like that. So usually what they would do is they'll probably take members of the media, maybe one or two from each media house because it's Cameroon. I'd like to think that it's just one, but in this scenario, there is a proliferation of media houses in Gambia, so like they might not be able to take everybody. You probably just maybe 5 to 10 seats of media personnel, and then probably AFCON employees. Yes, you expect them to be there too. They probably will have another 10 space of 10 people from AFCON right there, and then you have a mixture of people from the ministry, people from the federations, and other like junior staff. They at least they want to be seen to be rewarded. You know what I'm saying? Even though like it's during trips like this that they get rewarded. So if it's just 50, I highly doubt the amount of places that they will allocate to and a vital group like the Scorpions fan club to make any, like it is said, to make any sort of impact. Like you need at least that number of maybe 50 people, because I remember Gayobu Online, I think it was Azerbaijan when the girls qualified for the World Cup. We were battered, but we left an impression there, especially the fan club arguing on. But this time around, I don't know how the budget is, but 50 sounds too small for any supporters impact down there.
Idi yondu MC Benno dinañ fi dali ci wat gradually wala président Adama Barrow di dal joxe drapeau bi wala nga dal di jox sa Real de Banjul Jaasi wante léegi nii lan da nga dénka askan bi ak team nga ñu ci Qatar wara prepare seen ñaari match diggante Gambia ak Algeria, diggante Gambia ak Syria, wala ñoo play diggante Gambia ak Mauritania fukki fan ak ñaar ci weerum 2022 foofu ci biir Libye. Habib moom du dem moom nañ ko drop.
Buba yaa ngi tooñ suma brother. Anyway, Buba fi Abdoulaye ak Musa daanale foofu lay starté pertaining to expectations. Li ma wax nit ñi mooy like Musa said, dëkk bi suñ dëkk la. Now it's about time you come together. We stand behind the thing. Ñi lañ am duñ mëna am ñu leen uppa, and these are the ones who made that history. And I think ne suñ taxawé seen gannaaw they can do something that nga xam ne ñu expecting ko. So expectation moom dañ ko war a limit, because being the case ñun first time lañ foofu. Suñ preparations were not all that. So liñ fa mëna am rek, even a draw, even coming out from the first round sax lolu is a good thing for us. So anything that comes on top of that is a plus point. Even though am nañ a good squad. waaye ñu jël li as like an experience ñu prepare pour next year man loolu come on go ahead
waaw mu nga continuer
waaw pour expectation wise loolu laay denka public bi patay nañ suñ games yi loolu dinañu dimbale a lot because I think Algeria's game is a very good game for us and Algeria is they are the defending champions so whatever xam nga luñ fa mën a am rek plus point la pour ñun heading to Mauritania like Habib said ñun Mauritania sax waruñ leen ahead because they are ahead of us today as we speak ñoom ñoo nekk ahead of us Mali they are ahead of us they are regulars Algeria Tunis waxi noppi so ñun ñooy the first timers foofu so loolu moom buñ fa expect nothing so luñ fa mën a am rek ñu xam ne xam nga plus point la pour ñun
waaw lay sa muñanteli kaddu fan nga tëye sa kaddu bi
fii moom like whatever we haven't done in the past months we don't have enough time anymore to do anything or I guess ñun fu mu nekk ni ba message bi it's to the lads to the coach in as much as qualifying anew for our very first AFCON. Let him not just take us for a ride. Let him know that Gambians, our football population, are getting more educated by the time we've sat for so long on the sidelines watching what's going on around the world. And I know most of us, yes, we've set like minimum targets, but then again, let him not just think like we are there for tourism and it's just a matter of developing his CV, because most of these coaches, that's to be honest with you, all these people who crisscross around the continent, that is what is more important to them than the national team making any sort of headway or making any sort of impact in major competition. Yes, we appreciate what he did. He's the first person, we like it or not, he's the one who qualified us, but we want to see something decent out there. We want to see that at least they give out something, because like, we are not a big country, we are a small country, and I can see people squeezing corners to make sure that people have a memorable tournament. Our national coffers, even government, starting with, I think the president himself donated like a handsome amount. The thing is very tight, and we are in pandemic times, and the population, like the general population, to make sure that we put it into the football. It's not much, but that's unfortunately we are Gambia. That's our level, and just for the coach and the senior players in the team to instill this sense of patriotism and give their all out, like just do something decent. Just follow the example of Madagascar and other debutants who've been there, Guinea-Bissau, Equatorial Guinea, and we'll celebrate them when they come back.
Sanna, jeexal la cycle bi baaxul. Sanna, yaa noo dégg?
Yeah, maa la dégg.
Boy, sino la. Boy, yow duma la jeexal la cycle bi baaxul because of ne dañoo dem premier rounds ñu tase waatee ñoom Djibouti ñoom Cosmos World Cup living time, so we need to win. Then what I make a statement of intention. Lan mooy sa mujjanteel kaddu si make it a statement of intention. 5 points, 4 points.
Yeah, Buba, bala dina ñëw suma mujjantel kaddu bi first, then after now make a quick update from the GFCA. Why come li nga wala rek expectation, anybody could get in a competition. You want to set your target high. You don't just want to set it very high, because you have to be very realistic. You have to look at the everything around you, everything surrounding the tournament. Then you would definitely make an honest assessment of your chances. And I think to me, I have said it over and over. It would be very fair to myself. So if I can manage a position be If I can go through the group stages, I'll be more than happy. Anything on top of that, I think that's gonna be a huge success for the team. And I think we will go in to have a respectable performance, and then treat every game as important. But like I said, Mauritania game is one of the most important game because ñëpp feel like ñoo nekk almost at the same level. They are the only team that we can look at and say, okay, you know what, we can pull the strings on that game. But hey, it's one of the most important games because of late Mauritania has been developing rapidly, and we have to treat that game with maximum respect. And the fact that they have been at AFCON and we have not been there, I think it was a very, very good opportunity for us for Mauritania. Regarding the whole thing, I think we want to have finished very, very high. See AFCON we wouldn't be going to preliminary rounds and stuff. Then want to raise our ranking as well from this AFCON. And I think I'm very optimistic. Like my final word be to everybody is the bottom line is drawn. All we can do, all we have to do now as a country is to support the team in our own ways. We don't definitely have time to be having that negative energy right now. We all have to put that positive energy towards the team, the players, the coach, everybody around. And no handler, they will be lucky enough to go to Cameroon and support the team. Lena Lenyora understand. They are there to defend the red, white, blue, white, green. They are there to support the team. So we have to be behind that team 100%. Whether good or bad, we need to be behind the team. Don't you say more Lulu Gambian? We have this notion. You play opponents, play you art play for certain number of time. You joke, you support opponents. Gambia regular they help. It's more football in Gambia career if Gambia lakodegis. And I think it's something that we need to enlighten people to understand. Lulu, this is our country. This is something that we have to defend. Fancy the reason that you're not able for them to be that 11th man to support the team. They have to understand that. I didn't doubt that everybody would do well. We could be, we players, everybody. You just have to go there and enjoy AFCON. To go there and compete. We don't want to just be there to add numbers. We want to go and compete. And luckily for us, we are going to compete against almost the best. In the tournament. So I'm looking forward to it. And then just right quick, Buba, the Gambia Football Coaches Association, send annual send monthly award of Coach of the Month award. The shortlists are out. And I would say a big congratulations to the Coaches Association for coming up with these three nominees. And I think it's getting tighter and tighter every week. Sanna of Falcons, Mom, he played 4 games and then, won 3, drew 1, and then 10 points. But he scored 10 goals on the road. Then you have Baimale Wada of Real de Banjul, played 4, won 3, drew 1. 10 points, and he scored 8 goals and conceded 3. In fact, Lamin conceded 4 with Falcons. Abdunjai Boya of Banjul played 4 games, won 3, drew 1, scored 5 goals, and he didn't concede a single goal. Fodeba of Walidan played 4 games, won 2, drew 2, scored 4 goals. Mungi aggregate 1. I think he considered 1 goal against 1. He has 8 points. And I think this is really, really amazing. And you could see the young coaches are coming in and they are making statements. I'm really proud of them. And congratulations to all the nominees. And hopefully by the end of the week or by next week, they announce the winner of the Coach of the Month for December. And the second division, right quick, Amnen Keba Van Sawane of PSV Wellingara. He played 5 games, won 4, drew 1, scored 7 goals, conceded 1, 13 points. Bafode Bojang of BK Milan played 5 games, win 4, lost 1, scored 10 goals, conceded 6, 12 points. Usman Senghor of Immigration played 5, won 4, lost 1, scored 7 goals, conceded 3, 12 points. Karamo Cisse of Talinde United played 5 games, won 3, drew 1, lost 1, scored 8 goals, conceded 7 goals, 10 points. Babukar Bojang of Gunjuru United played 5, won 3, drew 1, lost 1, scored 6 goals, conceded 4, 10 points. And Hatib Jallow of Medical played 5 games, won 3, drew 1, lost 1, goal for 5, goal against 2, 10 points. And it's been amazing season in the second division as well. And I think the competition is getting more interesting day by day. Abla will tell you, we both enjoy the second division even more than the first division.
The one I'm just on a boss, want to apply like this coach of the month, the first division, second division, be anytime your time player of the month, hat trick, because federation be listen brand la, when they're not taking responsibilities, place association, my coaches association. I mean, even the flyer, even the statistic, design book is very nice. Naka dali jangete li compared to your jamono bonon dali jol nga surprise nene still now amum a major sponsor want the official take of all people ñu ngi bëgg ñu ne ñom ñu ngi donate 10 million or 8 million dollars want to be legi this local football second division be first division be even jël ñom Steve ñom Musa Baro ñom Modou Baro ñom Assane def leen ci billboards comme ñu ne def musicians yi they are not doing that. Naka nga gisee this brand football in Gambia as a brand itself?
You know, the truth is, they all want to be just part of the end product, like the big boss during the end product. If this wasn't AFCON, like to gauge the sincerity of all these people who are shouting or want to, be associated with our football, they don't want to do anything with the grassroots level. It's all about when it gets all the way to the top. And you say the Gambia Football Coaches Association, I'm really impressed because while Sanna was reading out some of the names there, they're like Adwin Jai, like for instance, Adwin Jai, he sounds like one of the real great up and coming ones. Like he just hung his boots not too long ago. I'm so impressed with what he's doing. And Coach Lamin Sane, my friend, he was an assistant at my town team, Lamin United. Like the progression he has taken ever since. And I think I've seen him training with some of the national teams and stuff like that. And now he's Falcons. Is he top in the table? You said?
Yeah.
That is incredible. I promised him like last year. I think one team Moko was it Brikama United? What team won it again last season? I'm embarrassing myself on air now. I can't remember. But I promised Lamin Sane that so first division we win a title. I'll come to town. I will celebrate it together. That was the promise. I was always joking because I'm a very realistic hope. Like a team Falcons fresh from the second division and will be topping the first division table as we speak right now. I think this is huge motivation. The initiative is great and it can only add to the confidence and level of motivation and professionalism going forward. And yeah, everybody doing well, including some of the ex-pros too, like Idi, doing their thing out there in the Arab world. And hopefully everything will come together, gel together, and have a real good, solid impact in our football. Not just the youth team, but infiltrate all the way to the national team. And the important thing is now we maintain the standards that we are. If we can't go up, let's just maintain the fact that we continue to AFCON and we keep producing good technicians locally. And sooner or later, I'm sure this guy will leave, and then we'll have a lot of good options to take over.
When the Idi bugananga what put like see brand like brand football, this advertisements and sponsorship because like teams in the face and living. One thing I'm not one bit like the technical director legini this time the family will full responsibility with Cameroon or with Qatar. Fuck them go by with Gambia because we have a very important role to play, especially technical director.
Comme ni Ablaye wala rek because xam nga ñun moom suñu affaire yi moom dañ baaxoo xam nga di xaar ba last minute bi everybody bu ko jël di credit waaye te xamuñ ne football moom grassroot mooy everything ñun loolu suñ big problème la ba pare about regarding seen association si loolu ñun yàgg nañ ko xam nga nekk di kaas manager si dañ war a coaches si dañ war a am association players si am association and even team manager si dañ war a am association nga xam ne def leen a permit ñu mun a independent ñu mun a xeex against FFB there are some certain things nga xam ne duñ ko allow FFB impose leen ko ñoom suñ amee those associations so ba pare loolu mun na leen a dimbale players yi seen welfare as well because gis nañ ne Gambia seen players yi seen welfare duñ ko dee kenn du ko dee toppatoo kenn nobody du ko dee toppatoo so xam nga ñu am associations yooyu noonu is a very very good thing regarding affaire technical director waaw man moom bugguma see sorry that much
no Buba ili xam naa ne doo si sorry waaye the fact of the matter is technical director boo joxut responsibility prior to the process of qualifying to AFCON ban sense la make ngay dem ne ñu ngi dem AFCON he's going to take a leadership role what is he going to do
it all comes down to lu Ablaye wax xam nga loolu moo tax ma pinpoint on that dañ dee xaar ba the last minute dara desul ba xam nga lu mujjee ku nekk jóg dem jël crédit bi because loolu lañ baaxoo.
Yeah, the issue is they have to give the technical director the maximum respect they deserve. Football cannot be run without the influence of the technical director. This has to be said. Then take our egos, then take some egos you feel it. You follow the protocol of the right protocol. You cannot tell me the national team head coach is answerable to the technical and development committee whilst the technical director is there, his office is dormant. What sense does it make?
ñoom ñoo allow loolu because ñun foog naa ne suñ authorities amuñ that kaddu ndax I don't know ndax xamuñ seen role la I don't know because man mënuma employ somebody yow man ma employ la yow man may wax dox si sa waaw loolu fan la musa am loolu musuta am fen yow ko employ si sa waaw la war a dox or not so man dama foog ne sang moom jël responsibility same he's just been comfortable xam nga laid back why what doxee noonu.
No, that's how it's always been, and we pinpoint where it all came from. But hey, two wrongs cannot make a right. Okay,
exactly.
Mom, he was there and he wasn't answerable to that technical director. Fine, fair enough. We have to correct the wrongs. We cannot just keep on doing just gelling trend bobu nonu. Fan la ñoo yóbbu.
Sana loolu moo nekk problème Gambian football, because nobody want to step on nobody the others toe. Loolu mooy problème bi because duñ dee mën a feesante ñu waxante dëgg constructively. We take things personal. fekk tooguñ ñu feesante ñu waxante dëgg loolu moom du fa mën a génn.
Man moom dinañ ma continuer di mere man moom nañ ma continuer di mere as long as they didn't give the technical director his due I will keep on saying it.
na ko jël Sana.
Waa Habib
na ko jël
Habib foo dee sa kaddu.
Tey moom I came late ba pare bu ma ñëwee we have internet problem xam nga rek Gamtel moom yaay borom ndeysaan ñoom den daanu. Unfortunately the internet has been fluctuating up and down. I have to even though I will do advertisement, I have to go to QCell to buy internet and log it. So QCell is sunu boss. Anyway, on a serious note, say dama late so munuma mandu bu baax why the most important thing I'm going to apply man how ne mom la apply yag nañ ko follow she's Gambia. He's been doing good, so I was happy ne mom ñëw na. Because xamay tay tak doyut because Ablaye dañ ko soxla waat because am na lu bari luy xew Gambia Gambia when it comes to our journalism accent way of doing things. I think apply has to come again. Tay doy. Why on a serious note, nekk moom ñëpp xam nañ lu xew Gambia mooy dem AFCON waaye if you are in the Gambia dafa mel ni sax nawetaan amul loolu moo gën a funny back home fii moom dara yëngatuwul doo gis flag yi gis loo dara gisuma artiste yi génne ay single yu es absolutely nothing is happening loolu moom mun naa la ko wax man maa ngi fi dara xew
Musa bala artiste yi di jël things xam nga ñu woy dafa fekk government bi faydal fulal ko faydal ko
no government xam nga ne man government ma leen ñooñu parewu
GRTS bi nga xam mooy GRTS sax ndax yow yaa ngi Gambia ndax mus nañ ko def programme
GRTS xanaa su passé lifin bi this GoFundMe bu ñu am every Monday or so
nobody's interested jëluñ ko seriously you know
don't understand Gambia is going to AFCON for the very first time nga xam ne dëkk bi dafa waroon di toj foo romba dégg musique yi dégg gis fly
waaw time bi dafa war a fekk boys yi seen nataal yaa ngi fly everywhere
vest amul
musicians yi ñuy drop seen single
may la vest amul
platforms yi di call players yi di leen interview you know players yi they feel left out of this because ñoom ñoo reyante kenn jëlu leen interview sax national TV sax pour ñu call players yi ñu dem cover leen seen teams yi in Europe they don't do it even though speaking that's gonna cost you nga call them on live programs like this you have a program with them you know dañ feel ne we value them
the Gambia national team jersey is scarce doo ko gis mais ñi nga xam ne ñoo ko defar sax amuñ ko right now people are calling me all over the world
I think the where I'll end is like a rallying call to my colleague journalists, not just sports journalists, but like the journalists in charge of the front pages, because it has gotten to a point where it's an African Cup of Nations. Exactly. Let's not relegate, or let's just okay. This is for the sports department. Let them take part of it. They can about them, even in Senegal. All this
very big
for AFCON. Right, when it's AFCON, like
qualification, xam nga lan la mën a ñëw indil Gambia. A whole lot.
I'm telling you this. It's a big platform to market Gambia. Big platform. Big platform.
Father Sarah rallying call me, and I think we will reserve that until Friday because it's we are at a critical time, and we will be happy to have you on Friday. And more, we will talk about the role the media can play, you know, towards this AFCON. And I think it will be important to have you if you are definitely free. We will be happy to have you.
Absolutely.
No problem. We'll make time for that. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Loolu moom dina baax nga enlighten guy. You know, because
we need
lu nekk rek ku la gën a expose in whatever you are doing moo la say upper experience and
yeah, definitely. I enjoy this outing. I have not been on this kind of platform in a long time, for years, 6-7 years now, so it's definitely bringing back all the good old days vibes. Thank you, coach, for that.
The journalism they have a big role to play in the country, not only in football or sports. Why life in general, you know, to enlighten them about life. Social media being you know, they have a big role. They a way of doing it in a proper way. They have that experience because we've been exposed. So sure. I think that guy need that help, you know.
No problem. We'll continue doing our best.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Wow. Fu ma tëjee mooy maa ngi wish players yi because man players yi dama leen yërëm because kenn jëlul leen after the qualification kenn jëlul leen seriously te I think ne ñun ñëpp seede nañ ne gars yi def nañ everything pour ñu gis ne dëkk bi qualify nañ for the first time waaye after the qualification kenn faalewul leen kenn toppatoowul leen kenn tegul leen place te I think ne that's very 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 unfair on them maa ngi leen a wish good luck maa ngi leen a wax ne xam nga dëkk bi yëpp ñu ngi taxaw seen gannaaw and let them go and do their best because am nañ potentials in that team.
waaw kon mbokki déglukat yi ñu la naa dal di jox ndig daje ba Friday sant na leen yéen ñi nga xam ne yaa leen dal di déglu wala ñi nga xam ne tam ñu ngi waaj a dal di déglu kon di leen wax ne ba suba ba Friday